IELTS 5.5, Lesson 3, Speaking Practice. Guided answer. Part 1. Can you briefly tell me about where you come from? I come from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, one of the biggest cities in the south of the country. Do you know much about it? It is known as a big economic center of the whole country, having lots of jobs and businesses. Truly fascinating to young people. I guess you may like the razzmatazz and excitement of it. I can say international people should visit this city once coming to Vietnam. What part of the city or town are you living in? The place I live in is Tân Bình district. It is also a densely populated area to the north of the city, not too far from the city center. International people see this place first as they get out of the airport. Have you been to this place before? If you live in the city, I guess you may have to get into this place very often. What is it like living there? Well, it is not very quiet. As I said earlier, it is so densely populated that you can hardly have some quiet time during the day. It is also the place where the international airport of Tân Sơn Nhất located. The air in the area is somehow polluted, as the traffic here is always busy. Old people who need a peaceful place may not like this. The good thing is we have a wide variety of services in the area. The supermarkets can be seen everywhere. There are also many banks, schools, entertainment, and training centers, and a lot of companies. Therefore, it provides a lot of jobs for people. As I see, many young people choose this place to live and work. How do you spend the Tết holiday? As you may know, Tết is a sacred time and considered the most special festival in Vietnam. It normally lasts 4 days. It is also the most expected time of the year. The most traditionally important thing about Vietnamese Tết would be family reunion. So, like many other people, I normally come back to the family in the hometown with all siblings to visit parents, relatives, and spend the Tết time there. We enjoy spending time making the best food, such as bánh chưng, bánh tét, and the best beverages too, caring about one another, talking about the achievements of the past year, and about the plans for the new year, wishing a good year to one another, and offering lucky money to children. We Catholics also spend time going to church to pray for our ancestors who have passed away. Others may go to pagodas and wish for a happy year. How have people changed the way they spend the Tết holiday? Well, in the past, people mostly spent their time with the family at home, making the best foods, visiting relatives and ancestors' tombs, seeing friends or mostly old classmates, drinking and laughing away the hours. In recent years, more and more people travel on this occasion instead of staying home with the whole family. I guess the reason is they have been tired of cooking. Cooking all the time on that. Too tiring already. Another possible reason is people are getting fed up with eating too much and drinking all day long on that. Don't you think so? Part 2. Describe a teacher in the past. Of all my teachers, I am most impressed by my English teacher when I did grade 6 in my hometown. Jump is her name. After many years, I still remember her name and her teaching way. She was a tall, big-eyed lady with quite long hair. Her oval face gave people a friendly look, although she was not always easygoing. She was good-looking, kind of beautiful. She was generally good-natured, but she got very strict to us, naughty pupils at that time. I now think she needed to do so. What can a teacher do to make stubborn students work hard? Thanks to her toughness, we were put into very harsh discipline. She was tolerant but did not compromise when we make the mistakes in her lessons. The good thing is, because of that, we studied very hard and were inspired with learning English. If it had not been for her strictness, we couldn't have learned anything at that time. I am grateful to her for that. What sports do you play? I play a lot of sports. To mention, they are football, badminton, and swimming. But my favorite is swimming. Do you play any? Why do people play sports? The first thing we can think of is that people do it to relax or to entertain themselves. As I can see, after stressful hours working or studying, many people get down to the football yards to play and release the stress. Another thing is people want to keep in shape. How can we possibly keep fit and healthy without exercising? What is the most popular sport in Vietnam? Why is it so popular? Needless to say, most Vietnamese people are crazy for football. I know in some other places of the world, people are not into football like us. It is hard to explain, but to my sense, football winning brings good inspiration for other life activities, showing strength, skills, wit, and also talent in organizing when you beat the opponents, because it is a team game, a team game. Internationally, to some extent, a team represents the nation. It can mostly show off Vietnamese desire of a nation to prominently rise up. It also brings the national pride. Therefore, whenever we win an international match, the national pride is teeming everywhere. People shout just out of joy and happiness. What is more important in sports competition, winning or joining, and why? To players of any sport, I think joining brings enjoyment and fun. As I said, it helps people relax and exercise, which is absolutely good for health. Joining can also bring opportunities to form relationships. I myself have made many friends since I started playing football. In another aspect, for a big sport like football, it is a huge business, and winning becomes vital for clubs or the commercial companies. They play to entertain viewers and earn money from the tickets buyers. If they do not try to win, they may lose their business. That is why many teams try to win at all costs. An obvious example for this is Premier League. If a club loses too many games, they will be disqualified from the league. How can they earn money without playing? On the contrary, if a club wins a league and obtains the trophy or title, they will be rewarded with a lot of money. Do you have the same viewpoints?